Hi, everyone, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. For those of you who are new, my name is Chanel, and for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read for you again. This reading is going from now until the end of September. I don't know if you guys are dealing with a Libra, because holy smokes, I shuffled. You can see it up in the corner there, but the bottom of your deck is kind of similar, except you're like trying to find love, whereas Libra was just kind of over it in some ways. All right, so looking at your spread, you're coming through as King of Pentacles in the reverse. You got your person as the Three of Wands reverse, and what's created as the Queen of Swords. I feel like whoever this is, they either thought they could do better than you, which, I mean, you're a Scorpio, so good luck, right? Or they didn't want anything. Like this was someone who was kind of elusive, where if you'd ask about the future, they never had plans, or they were like super indecisive about what they wanted. It could even be that this person was trying to choose between you and someone else, is what this is looking like too. So this person definitely had options. It looks like they went off to kind of explore those options. You could have watched this person perhaps like spend time with someone else. Maybe you guys were on a break, or you just kind of told this person like, hey, if you don't know, that's fine, but I'm not waiting for you to figure that out. So I suggest you pick whoever it is that is on your mind that isn't me. I suggest you go do that, because something about this person, it's like they went off to do something else, but they either want to be in your space, or they're considering like how they could get back into your space. And for you, because of what they did in the aftermath, you don't view this person as being able to ever be what you want, right? It's not even what they did when you were together. It's what they did when you two were apart that has you feeling like the way you view this person has completely changed. It's almost like even if they came back and they were so sorry, or they showed up for you like in this really great way, they've already ruled themselves out from ever being able to be your other half or what you need, based on the way that they handled you, or like how sleep on you they were, how they didn't see your value. So what's interesting about this is like, rather than rolling out the red carpet for this person or saving space for this person, it's almost like you are going very deep within yourself. You're giving yourself everything that perhaps you would have given them or a new partner. And it's like you're just closed for business, right? Like I don't want to have these discussions. There isn't really anything to say. The fact that you didn't know tells me everything I need to know. And then the fact that you acted on not knowing is like another nail in the coffin. And then you going off to figure that out, like all of these things that this person did, it's weird because in their mind, they were confused, right? And they didn't know, and they had to explore and figure it out for themselves and get it out of their system or whatever their deal was. But with you, it's like, now that you did all that, I don't even see you as like a viable option, because I don't want you now. Like, I think you're kind of gross. I don't look at you the same. The thought of you being with someone else and then thinking you're going to come back here is just like wild to me, right? For some of you, a small group of you, you're pregnant by this person and they got scared, right? Or perhaps you were like even planning like a big future with this person, and they just kind of flipped the script very quickly on you, because they got cold feet or whatever their deal was. But I feel like this happened so fast, right? It's kind of like they weren't transparent. They just kind of dropped this bomb on you. And so I think that's another reason why you were being very protective of yourself when it comes to this person, is because they've shown you that they don't really have a problem pulling the rug out from under you when you're very comfortable, or you're feeling very safe. And so now it's like, wow, I can't even trust you. I can't trust you to be transparent. I can't trust you to speak what is in your heart, because I was thinking we were cool and all of a sudden we're not. And then you're off, finding yourself with other people or whatever the case is. you don't view this person the same as you did before this took place. And so what this is creating for you and your relationship is a Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords in reverse. So you're very clear about what you would ask this person if they came back into your life. You are not wavering in the way that you view this person, right? For some of you, it's like, just give me back my stuff, right? And there isn't really anything to talk about. Like, this person disconnected so quickly that I think for you it's a little astonishing that they feel like you're still a candidate or an option to them. Part of you is like, you must be crazy, or like, were you not here for the last 6 months to a year, or however long? Like, did you not see what I saw? Because I'm really confused how you think we're supposed to be on speaking terms after you've done what you've done. It's like this person is, the audacity is like, what, are you serious right now? So someone being a little bit chummy, right? Trying to be in your space, be in your bubble, and act like things are fine, right? Like, well, we were on a break, so who cares if I got married and divorced in that time, right? Like, it was a break. I don't owe you anything. Everything's fine. You're not going for that at all, right? As far as future energy with this person, you're coming through with the 5 of Wands, and they are death. What's being created is the King of Swords in the reverse, and your advice is the Queen of Cups. So you are not in a space where you are just going to blindly accept what this person is trying to bring into your life, especially with this Queen of Swords. It's like your eyes are wide open, right? There's other people out there that may be a better fit for you, regardless of what this person is saying or what they're bringing to the table. You're ready to make them fight for you, to prove to you why they should even have, an audience with you, or even another second of your time. I feel like eventually you're going to be open to new love. You may not be at this moment in your life as you're watching this, but you're very well aware that there are people out there that aren't going to do the same thing to you that this person did. And so you're not stopping your show for whoever this is. And I feel like that's a really good indicator of whether or not they're serious, is if they're going to keep trying. And maybe that's how you're looking at it. I'm seeing that they won't. Okay. I'm seeing that if you don't drop everything to make them a priority or give them back their seat at the table, they're just going to look at this as an ending, and they'll end up walking away because their feelings are hurt. Which is kind of funny, because look at the way they've been showing up for you, right? They don't have the resilience or the endurance to keep going, to make it up to you, to prove to you why they deserve your time. Instead, they're just butthurt that you're not willing to be like, oh my God, you're still here. That's okay. I kept your drawer and all your socks are still in it. You can come by. Like, you don't live there anymore, right? And so this person, rather than having the endurance or the consistency or whatever to show you like, hey, I figured it out. I screwed up, but I'm here now. You're what I want. They just kind of either do the slow fade, or they very abruptly will disappear because they don't want to have to compete for you. But that's weird, because it feels like this person may have wanted you to compete for them at one time, and because you didn't, they're trying to match energy with you, right? Which is bizarre, because it's like they created this. If they would have stuck around, you wouldn't feel the way you feel. You wouldn't be doing the things you're doing, in the future. And they just take this as like, okay, well, I'm gonna head out because you obviously feel how you feel. There's nothing I can do to make it up to you. That seems like such a cop-out to me. Like, I'm having kind of a hard time understanding your person. It's almost like they wanted this to happen to begin with. When they were over here trying to make choices or do all the weird stuff they were doing, it's like they were setting up this whole situation. They knew this would upset you. They knew that you would probably kick them out of your life. Right? So let's get an understanding of what that's about, because that's really weird behavior. All right. So I'm going to tell you right now, like, this person, everything that they've done, they did it so that when they would come back into your life, they would have crossed so many boundaries that you wouldn't be interested in them. And then they could leave and feel like they weren't the one in the wrong. Or like when you're doing something different, you're viewing them as being like, this is so weird. I'm going to tell you, okay, so when this person exits in the future, because they will, this is the strangest thing. But what I'm seeing is that they're actually going to like go off in some corner and reinvent themselves to come back and make you want them again. Like this person wants you to feel sorry in the future for not picking them. But like that's so weird because they created this whole dynamic. What's wrong with this person? This person might need medicine. I'm not even trying to sound mean, but like this is somebody who's kind of disturbed, right? They can't just be in a healthy relationship. They might need to get sober. This is very Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. And this is someone who really needs to hold all the power in a situation. So it's almost like they can never compromise or find the happy medium. It's always going to feel like some kind of struggle. Like it's so all or nothing. Like you can't, either one of you has the power or the other one has the power, but there is no compromise. You know, and I think that this person, either they saw that growing up or they feel more attractive when they're in control. You know, and it could be back here that you held the power. They perceived you as holding the power. And that's why they went off and did what they did. But this is weird. This person, it's like they keep creating the same dynamic over and over. Instead of just showing up, instead of just being like, hey, I'm here and I'm going to try. And if this doesn't work, that's okay. But at least I did my best. It's like they're super gaslighty and they're really weird. And, you know, they piss you off to the point that you don't want them as an option. And then they exit dramatically and then they reinvent themselves and come back dramatically. And it's all just manipulation. You know, King of Swords in the reverse. That's kind of a psycho, like not to down your person, but it's just, this is somebody that is imbalanced in some way mentally. Okay. So I just want you to be mindful of that because you like literally can't build anything with somebody who behaves this way. You know, they make situations where they hurt people and then they don't like the reaction that the person is giving them after being hurt. And now they become triggered and leave. And then they reinvent themselves so they can be the phoenix that rose from the ashes. And I never needed you and I don't need you. And look at me and aren't I great? That's all weird. It's like this person wants you to be their villain origin story or something. I don't know what you want to do with it because it's just bizarre, right? Like, what did you do to this person? Nothing. You showed up in a way that you're like, I love you. Like, you want to do a thing? No? Okay, well, then I'm going to go over here. Like, it's almost like this person needs to create a narrative where they've been hurt or they've been rejected so they can build themselves back up and make everybody regret treating them that way. You know, maybe this was the kid that was bullied in school, you know. I don't know, but they do this. They keep doing this and it's weird and they're using you as a part of that. So I want you to be super mindful. Your advice is the Queen of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. There's something really good for you. I'm not sure this is it. Simply because like you are such a kind person, right? You're a deeply intuitive person. I feel like if anything, this relationship is showing you something about yourself that you need to see. Because something about Scorpios, and I have Scorpio in my chart. I love Scorpios, but they do hold a grudge, right? They are vengeful. They can be vengeful. Like I try my hardest not to piss off Scorpios. I feel when my Scorpio tendencies flare up, right? And so maybe this person is just trying to show you what narrative are you living over and over, right? Like where is your blockage in life? Are you recreating dynamics that you've dealt with in the past because you haven't found a way to release it? You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of what this person does. They create these like weird vendettas of like, I must be successful so I can show them all. But like nobody was doubting you or downing you until you were acting like a fuckboy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe if you could just see this as like, what about this is in any way similar to any beliefs that I have? Because there's something for you, but this person came into your life to show you something about yourself and the way that you move or will be moving forward. I don't think this is the person that you're supposed to spend your life with. You got Hierophant reversed, the Lovers. This is someone who is supposed to come in and teach you something about yourself because there's something that's unhealed inside of you that you may unconsciously be creating cycles that are like not exactly similar or even to this degree, but it's still something that's hindering you from really attracting the kind of love you want or having the life you want. Okay. So I think you're supposed to be checking in with yourself at this time. This person is just kind of a reflection of something you need to see, but I would still be protective of my energy and my emotions, right? This is an opportunity for you to move forward. I just don't think that it's particularly with this person, okay? You got the past is now behind you. Release it, embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. And that's the thing is like, are you allowing your past to become the reason why things aren't working out for you in the now or in the future, right? I would really examine how much of my energy is tied up in the past, because when you hold on to a lot of things from your past, like energetically, it actually takes away from the energy you have available to create and manifest what you want now. So if you're having trouble like manifesting the things that you really desire, it could be that you have a lot of like energy holding on to keeping the past alive in your mind, because that's why this person moves the way they do is the past, right? There's something that happened, probably this exact story, where somebody rejected them and they were never able to come back and show them up, right? Or make them regret, or maybe that person just never regretted rejecting them. So they keep creating this with new people. You know what I mean? So in what way are you creating a similar dynamic, and how can you release that energetically, right? By like kind of sitting in the feeling, allowing the feeling to pass, and calling your energy back from some of those stories, right? Like, what are the stories you tell? Where do you have the biggest hurts? What are things that when people are talking about their hurts that you bring up? It's time to start unraveling those energetic knots so you can call your energy back to yourself and be much more powerful in what you're able to manifest, right? Bottom of your deck is power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. So I hope this was able to help you. I will speak to all of you again soon, but you take very good care of yourselves. Bye.